Okay, guys, so I'm making baked chicken today, right? So I already washed my chicken. I always wash my chicken. Don't let Twitter tell y'all not supposed to wash your chicken, okay? You're always supposed to wash your chicken. All of your meat you're supposed to wash except the ground meat, right? So these here are the seasonings that I use for my chicken. I use garlic salt, garlic powder, chili lime from Trader Joe's. This is really good. It gives it like a little bit of kick, but it has a little bit of salt, so don't go too heavily. Some ground black pepper. Now, I have the McCormick's in here. I'm really trying to use that up just because I don't know where I got that from. And, oh, it came from Target. This is Target brand. And then, ground cayenne pepper. And then also, some minced garlic. I have a half of an onion that I used last night. And some butter. So what I do is I put everything on there. So because this is chicken, you want to be very careful what you're touching. Normally, I would use some gloves, but I don't have any gloves right now. I know, there we go. Oh snap, this made it too close. Okay, let me try to get it at a nice angle. There we are, right there. So what you want to do is you want to season your chicken on both sides. Right? So I just run through one side. Then what I like to do generally is, sorry, I'm trying to use one hand because I don't like to touch everything and then go back and do that. So what I do is I put it on over every piece of chicken. And then I go back in with, like, you know, some liquid. So a lot of times my chicken is based in beef broth. Just because, or beef stock. Just because it keeps it moisturized. And you don't want your chicken all dried out. Because, see, when you cook it too fast and you dry it too fast, normally what happens is the inside sometimes doesn't get done. So the outside is real dry. The inside ain't that dry. Or the inside still be pink. So we don't want no pink chicken around here. And plus, not everybody likes super dry chicken either. So this is how I season my chicken. And the thing with the chili lime seasoning that I learned is as you're using it, you'll figure out how to use it properly. So at first I was making it a little too salty. Like I was tearing it up with it. Now I've learned the right combination, if you want to say, of how to do it. So I try my hardest not to make stuff too salty, but sometimes I do just like everyone else in America and I fail at it. So now I'm cutting my butter because I love to throw butter in there too. Because, you know, a lot of times the butter makes everything kind of, you know, mesh in together. So I throw 4 little slices of butter in with my chicken. So now I have to open up this minced garlic and put it on there. If I was smart, I would have opened up the minced garlic first. But I'm trying to do this whole internet YouTube thing with the videos. A lot of people are like, oh, your food looks so good. Tell me, what do you do? Okay, guys. So I got the garlic open. Don't mind these gloves. These is like some kitchen cooking gloves that my grandma uses when she washes dishes. Okay, so what I generally do is I take a tablespoon, because it's in the teaspoon, is way too big, and I do a whole tablespoon of the garlic. I do 1, and then generally I follow back with a 2nd. And that's literally all the garlic you're gonna need for this recipe. Okay? So then I have to chop my onion. And since it's just me here by myself, I'm gonna pause the camera, chop it, and then throw it on here. So give me a minute. Okay, so we're back. So I cut the onion. So it was a half of a half is what I did. A half of a half. So I cut it like this. So I want to add this. It's the Trader Joe's beef broth. Okay. And basically, so your chicken's not dry, but it's cooking all the way through. And then you put a little bit in there. So when you put a little bit of chicken broth or beef broth or whatever broth you want to use. Some people like vegetable stock. I just don't have any here. So what I do is I add a little bit of it to it. And then I flip my chicken. Now what I want to do is I'm going to flip it. So I've already washed my hands. So my hands are clean. I haven't touched anything. And because it's chicken, after I flip it, I'm going to wash my hands and then add the seasoning to the other side of it all. But I won't have to use the minced garlic or the onion or the butter again because it's already in here. So what I generally do is I flip it like this. So basically you just want to flip it. And you got to remember, some of these seasonings are going to be at the bottom of here. So as it's at the bottom here. So my philosophy is, if I get the bottom of the pan wet a little bit, and because the chicken is thawed out. See, it's not frozen. What I can do is, it'll make its own like little juices too. But you don't want to put it all in here dry because the chicken wings won't make juice like chicken breast does. Or thighs. Thighs and all that stuff is real greasy. So it'll make that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash my hands. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to add the seasonings again. Okay guys, so I'm back. I washed my hands. And that's butter. I just touched something with my hand. So you want to go back in and you want to put this is ground cayenne. Throw a little bit of that on there. So the ground cayenne gives it like a little bit of a kick. A little bit of pepper. Because you have to remember, we put a lot of seasoning on it on one side already. The chili lime from Trader Joe's. If you guys don't have a Trader Joe's by you guys, order it online if you can. Sometimes I know Amazon has it. Garlic powder. And you know who actually I seen on there who did. So I used to watch April Diva Styles, right? And she made this chicken, right? Not always, but she made this chicken I seen. And she seasoned it real good, got all the seasoning. And I seen her put broth on it. And she was like, oh, it's going to be falling off the bone. And you know, she's from the East Coast, really. I want to say she's from Baltimore, Philly. I think it's Baltimore. So she got that accent. And I'm like, that's smart. I'm going to try that. So, ever since I seen that video, I've been adding some, you know, broth to my chicken. So what you want to do is you want to cover this up with foil. Right? So you always want to cover it up with foil. So I know it's the meme going around that black people always cook everything on 350. Yes, we do. I cook this on 350. And when I broil steaks, I don't even know what I put them on. I put it on some high ass temperature. So let's put the foil in there and pop it in the oven.